Hello and happy December 3rd. The vlog is not going to stay at this angle the whole time, don't worry, but I just had to show you something. Remember how I was trying this little native deodorant? Yeah, well look, it got smushed in the cap. And I'm trying to see if it'll come back down. Ow, Jesus Christ, sorry about that. If I can like finish it, nope. So I guess that's the end of our journey with this deodorant. Oh well. Good morning, everybody. Time for like a real intro now. You get to see my actual face. So, it's great. Alright, I'm gonna put some makeup on. I don't usually wear makeup like day to day. At least like when I'm at home. But, you know, it's kind of fun to do makeup on camera. I don't know. It's fun, but yeah, anyway. So, how are you guys? It's Thursday, December 3rd, 2020. Today I have the class that I am a TA for at 1. And then I have an ensemble at 3. And then a class at 5. And then we're doing like a virtual concert tonight. Like on Zoom, where we've been doing like some virtual choir stuff and we're like premiering them at the concert. So that should be fun. I'm excited for that. You know, obviously sad that it's on Zoom, because if we were still doing in-person classes, then, you know, today would be the real concert, but sadly it's not. But, you know, it's just what things are like right now. So, I don't know about you guys, but the Spotify Wrapped is something I am always extremely interested in and excited for. I love comparing all the years, all the previous years. I have like my top songs playlist ever since I got Spotify, which was in 2016. And so, I love comparing all of those top songs and stuff. And so, yeah, like, why don't we just, like, talk through the one that I have for 2020, because it's pretty cool. Okay, my top artist was Taylor Swift, obviously. What else would we expect? And I was in the top 1% of her listeners. Also, not really a surprise for me. Then we have number 2, the 1975, Sleeping with Sirens, Churches, and then One Direction. Because, you know, during the pandemic, I may or may not have regressed back a few years, just a little bit, you know, just a little bit. So those are my top artists, and again, I was in the top 1% of Taylor Swift's listeners. Accomplishment. And then my genres, which is really funny because my top genre was pop, but that's only because of Taylor Swift. The only pop that I listen to is Taylor Swift, and she's only pop now, you know, and she's not even, I don't even entirely consider her pop, but if you like have to put her in a box, then I guess you could say pop. But Churches is also considered pop on Spotify, which I find kind of weird, but it's probably those two that put pop as number 1. Then we have modern rock, pop rock, show tunes, and pop punk. Interesting. The show tunes is because I am a musical theater singer. So, there's that. Oh, the phone is ringing. I'll be right back. You guys know I love music. That's why I'm a music major. I got my bachelor's in music. I'm getting my master's in music. Y'all know this. I listen to a lot of different types of music. I definitely stay more on the alternative side, for sure. I really like independent stuff. Independent, oh my gosh, did you see what I just did? Just put so much mascara like on my brow bone. Independent, kind of. I used to have a different definition of independent than other people. And so music that I thought was independent was actually just like soft alternative. And like I would have called, let's see, people that I would have called independent, like indie, would be like, oh, why can't I think of anybody now? Like Vampire Weekend, 21 Pilots. Those are people that I would have called indie, but then I was like, oh, we're just thinking like off alternative. You know what I mean? It's not indie. Like, it's not what most people would consider indie. Most people would consider indie like I have a friend who listens to indie music, and it's all like lots of like fiddles and like, sorry, I have something in my eye if you couldn't tell, and there's lots of like fiddles involved and like interesting, like, I don't know, it's just not what I thought of at all, and it's, you know, it can be cool. Not really what I'm into, but you know, that's fine. So I say independent with an asterisk because it's pretty much just like, I am an alternative music person for sure. I like alternative rock depending on what it is. I like pop punk for sure. I like a good amount of emo stuff because I am emo. What is that? Oh my goodness, sorry, UPS is just like stalking us, it's fine. Alright, and then for my top songs, y'all, I could have predicted this myself. They are 5 songs, looking mainly at just like my top 5 songs. They are 5 songs that I feel like fit together super well. Like, it's like spooky. Like, I looked at the list and I was like, these songs like all have the same energy to them. Like, they could all be the soundtrack to like one story, and it's like so interesting because it's like, and obviously this is for me. If you don't see the songs relating, like, that's fine. I more mean like my personal connection to the songs, what I think about when I listen to them, like the vibes that they give me, and the, you know, just like the overall essence. I see them very much relating to each other. So my top song was Mirror Ball from Folklore by Taylor Swift. That I would have predicted. I've listened to it so many times since it came out, and it only came out in July, and it's already my top song, and I listen to Spotify every single day. And it said that I have streamed it 59 times, which honestly, I thought it was gonna be more, but I don't know. I had no like basis to gauge like what a normal amount of like streams would be, but for half a year, I guess that is quite a bit. And then, because I listen to Folklore so much, you like, look at this, I'm wearing a Folklore shirt, like oh, I just love it, it's awesome. But then is Me and You Together song by the 1975, which would have guessed, absolutely. And then we have It's Not Living If It's Not With You by the 1975. Then number 4 is Save Me a Spark by Sleeping with Sirens. And then 5 is Invisible String, also from Folklore. And I don't know if I were to give, like, assign them to like a story, like make a soundtrack with those songs for a story, I don't know if I'd put them in that order, but I don't know, I just, like, they all have such similar energy that I would have like sometimes I make just like random playlists of songs that like just fit together well. Like if I'm like, I don't know, almost just like little soundtracks to like little things that I have going on in my head or whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I would have totally put these 5 together. Like, and I know it kind of sounds like, well, duh, they're your top 5 favorite songs, obviously, like you're gonna pick them, but like, I don't know. It's just like they just coincidentally fit together so well, and like, I don't know, I just find it really cool. And then, but I also find it really cool comparing songs from past years. So basically, I found it easier on the computer, but I found all of my top songs playlists from the past 4 years, and there's gonna be 5 because it's 16, 17, 18, 19, and 2020, so there's gonna be 5 of them. And so I'd really like to do, you know, like, let's like analyze my playlist, you know? It's fun. Okay, so those were my top songs of 2020. For 2019, this is very interesting because, okay, no, let's start with 2016. We gotta start with 2016. Basically, I find the patterns interesting from year to year because there's always 1 or 2 songs that'll be on there for 2 years in a row. So usually it'll be like my top song one year, and then it'll be like lower on the list the next year, and the top song from that year will be a little lower on the, you know, it follows that pattern every year. So in 2016, it was a little bit skewed because I had only just gotten Spotify in 2016. Basically, I got Spotify because I was having a little get-together with some friends, and I wanted to find a way to play like music, because normally I would just play it with CDs. I would put CDs like in our little stereo, but I wanted to not do that this year because I wanted to like make a playlist of stuff. And so I feel like for 2016 it's not entirely accurate, since I had only just gotten it like right before the time that the playlist itself would come out. Like any song would kind of just automatically go to the top because I had only just started listening to it. And so it's kind of just random songs this year. So we've got Your Type by Carly Rae Jepsen, then Fall For You by Secondhand Serenade, I Am Not a Robot, and then you see they go down. But the rest of them, songs I really did not listen to that much, except for Colorful and I'm Not a Robot. So it's kind of a weird mix. And then right below that is the 21 Pilots cover of Cancer by My Chemical Romance, which is beautiful. Then we move on to 2017. And it's interesting because you see that Your Type is still there, but it moved down in the list, of course. And then Phantom Limb by the Shins, totally get that. Kids from Yesterday, yes. Girls Like Girls, absolutely. I listened to those a bunch. Mr. Brightside, we know that's my favorite song. But it's interesting. Sometimes I feel like the music I like the most, or not like the music as a whole that I like the most, but my all-time favorite songs and my all-time favorite bands, I don't necessarily listen to that much on Spotify anymore, because it's like, Mr. Brightside is like always gonna be my favorite song, but we're like kind of past the honeymoon phase, you know what I mean? So it's like I don't have to listen to it every single day to know it's still my favorite song, you know what I mean? Like same with My Chemical Romance, like they're always gonna be my favorite band, but like I have barely ever listened to them on Spotify, because when I first started listening to them, I listened to them like on YouTube. I would watch their music videos and that's how I'd listen to them, and then I had their CDs, you know, like, and so same with Taylor Swift, like she's my favorite artist she's my top artist on Spotify again, but for the majority of my life I listened to her music on the CDs, you know, I have all her CDs, every single one, and you know, so it's like it's not always fully accurate, because like even like what I was saying with My Chemical Romance, I mostly listened to them back when I used my iPod and back when I listened to CDs more and when I would listen to them on YouTube, and so they've never been my top artist because of that, but they're still my favorite, you know what I mean? But anyway, so yeah, Mr. Brightside's number 4. Then moving on, Phantom Limb has moved to 2, and then we have 1950 as number 1 because, oh sorry, I listened to that song so much, and then I see the rest of them. Fitting for sure. I had a playlist for this time. I like to make playlists based on like times in my life too. So like after this semester, like the fall of 2018, I made a playlist of all the songs I listened to the most during that time of my life, and it just like reminds me of that time, and it's really nice. So yeah, and I definitely see these fitting in there. And then we go to 2019. 2019, that's funny because 1950 was my top song for 2 years in a row, which is pretty cool. And then we have It's Not Livin' If It's Not With You, which was number 2 that year, but as we saw, it was still number 2, no, it was number 3 this year, which is interesting. And then we just have a bunch of Churches songs because I listened to Churches a bunch in 2019. And then, so these are my top artists for 2019. We have Taylor Swift again, and then we have Churches, MCR, 1975, and King Princess, which is awesome. And then it still has my top genre as pop because Taylor Swift and Churches are both considered pop on Spotify, even though they are the only pop that I listen to. Honestly, I feel like King Princess might be considered pop too. I don't know. I just feel like I remember seeing that, but I don't really consider her pop. She's what I would consider like indie before, but now I'm like slightly off of alternative. I don't know, but I think that just about does it. But I just find that stuff so cool. I love like analyzing the music choices because I can always like see where they came from, and like it's just so cool, like basically psychoanalyzing myself through my music choices. Should I wear some of these bow earrings? They're really cute, but I miss wearing my plugs. I feel like I might save these, wear them a little closer to Christmas, and I'm gonna put my little pluggies in. I think I'm also gonna put on a couple bracelets. So I'm gonna put on the couple little star bracelets that I got from Aeropostale that I showed you guys. I'm gonna put that one on, and then this one, which is really cute. I love that I can tighten it because bracelets are always too baggy on me. But I love bracelets that are like very close to the wrist. So, and then I have this one from Pura Vida. It is also stars. Goodness, let's see. There you go. And I literally had to add a jump ring and clip it to the jump ring. I had to add my own jump ring like on the edge because it was too big. Oh my goodness. So, you know. It's fine, small wrist club, and this is always so hard to get on. Ooh, okay. Got this one, which is like dark purple, and then it's got like a coppery chain. That's pretty. That's really pretty. Dee dee dee, doo 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 doo. I feel like whenever I don't know what to say, I just do like elevator hold music. Like, I'm always just like, okay, I gotta fill the silence with something, so. Then this one, oh goodness, I'm getting ahead of you guys, sorry. We got a little moon dude. Little moon. Looky how cute. Cute. And these that I'm putting on now are all Pura Vida. They came in a set. Cute. All right, we got two more to show you. Ooh, I don't know, this one's so cute. Okay, so this one's like sage green, and it's got little bead friends on it. So spectacular. And then we've got this white one, and it's got like a rose gold coppery like circles on it. So that one's very cute as well. Alrighty. So I'm still gonna try and get my star one on, my Pura Vida star one. We'll see if it works out. But yeah, so I'm gonna come down here. Hi. So the battery's dying. I'm gonna switch it, and then we're gonna go downstairs. I was able to finally get the bracelet on, thankfully. So now I have like a little galaxy on my arm, which I love, of course. But, hi. So, let me put you somewhere where, ooh, should we go in the sun? Ready? And there it is. Okay, we're not gonna stand there. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here. Hi. So, I don't even know what I need to do before today. Okay, so I have the class that I TA for at 1. And then I have class 3, and then I have class 5, and then I have concert at 8. So, I feel like there's stuff I should be doing, but like, can't think of. I don't know why. Look at the new case that my mom got for her glasses when she picked them up. It's like textured. It's so cool. Like, I want this case. It's smooth, and it's like so it's textured, but like the texture, like each little bump is very like smooth and shiny. I just think that is such a cool case.